Oh my God. Got one. Oh, nice one. Big old fat one, dude. Football. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Oh. Got one. Oh, jeez. Big one. Oh, gotta get through the rocks. Oh. Yes. Look at that one. Right on the other side of these rocks, too. Oh, got one. Yep. Oh. Go on. Look at that. They're eating it up today. Eating it up. Gosh, nice, beautiful fish. Healthy. Hey guys, it's Nick with the Bass Hookup, and today we're coming out here to do a little punching video. I want to give you guys 3 tips that are going to help increase your fish catches, maybe even get you some bigger fish, especially more hookups at least, when you're punching out there on the Delta, out there anywhere. So I'm gonna go right out here. I can't lie, you know what? That footage from the beginning was actually from yesterday. I came out here, planned on doing the video, and it was just a cluster, like a disaster. I got a big wind knot in my line, like 5 feet up from my bait. I didn't bring clippers, nothing, so I had to live with it, and it was getting stuck in the guides. I didn't have enough baits. Today, we're prepared. I'm retied. I got a fresh line, fresh baits, bunch of baits, and the baits are something I want to share with you guys too, so stick around. That's one of the tips, is the bait I'm using for the punching method. So let's get out here. I got to throw the kayak in and get to work. So let's go. All right, guys. So before we get started, I'll give you guys the first tip when punching. Number 1, your knot. You need to tie a snail knot. I know you can't see it, but I have a snail knot right here, and you need to use that knot when punching. The reason is what that knot does, and the line needs to go through from the top of the eye. So the point of the hook is right here, the line goes through here, not this way. It needs to go this way. What that does is when this snugs up like this, that hook comes up almost like a scorpion point. If you do it backwards, then the hook's gonna go backwards and you're not gonna hook as many fish, nearly, maybe none. But that's number 1 tip. You could use a punch skirt if you want. Not part of the tip, but you could use a punch skirt. I have a punch skirt on here, and what it does is it keeps, besides from adding a little bit of action, it keeps a lot of weeds off here. They glide more freely off of the bait. So I got a punch skirt. All right, I'll talk about that a little later. But number 1 tip, snail knot. Snail knot, snail knot, okay? And a good punch hook. You can use whatever brand you want, but a good punch hook and a snail knot going through the eye this way. It's gonna catch you a lot more fish. So let's see if I could actually put it into action. Right here. Starting off right here. Oh, I got one. Oh my gosh, what the? First flip. First flip. Could have been a small one, but there haven't been many small ones, so first flip I throw in there and hit the bottom, and it was just weight. Oh, there's one. Oh, stuck. Oh, it's a good one. Jeez, pulled me all the way up. Here it is. Ooh, good one, guys. Good, real good one. Jeez, these fish are healthy. There we go. Need more line out. More line out. ASAP. All right. Look at where that thing is pinned, right in the roof of the mouth. That's right where you want it. I mean, perfect. Nice, healthy fish. Beautiful fish. Get him unpinned, and I'll go over tip number 2. Beautiful fish though. Tip number 2. So it could be frustrating when punching and you're not getting through. You know, you're flipping and you're not getting through. So go with as heavy as a weight as possible to get through. These tungsten weights go up to 2 ounces. I usually start with 1.5 ounces for everything, but I'll go up to 2. I don't really like to play around and see if I could get through with something lighter, because when I flip in there with this weight, I will feather the line with my thumb and let it go down slower or faster. So you don't need to, just because it's heavy doesn't mean it's going through faster and falling to the bottom faster. I always let this hit the mat, weeds, whatever. I stop it with my thumb. I kind of feather it through, kind of twitch it, get that bait to fall through. It falls through, and I feather it down with my thumb, using it as a stop. So I let it go down, I'm feathering it with my thumb, keeping contact with my line. A lot of the hits come on the fall. So where the tip comes in is use 2 bobber stops. Right here I have 2 P-line bobber stops, 1 cone shape, 1 bead shape. You could do 2 of these, two of these, doesn't matter the shape. I just have a cone shape and a bead shape. That's going to hold your weight down a lot better without it coming up your line all the time while you're flipping or getting through the weeds, and you're constantly having to go like this, because you want that bait to be compact to get through those weeds easier. So that's tip number 2. Use 2 bobber stops. It's going to help you out. Instead of using 1, throw 2. They're cheap. Let's keep fishing. Oh, got one. Oh, that feels like a big one. Oh, it is. Oh, it's a good one. Good one. Big one. Oh. Oh my goodness. Get over here. Yes. Yes. Look at that one, guys. That mat swirled when I threw in there. Oh, it's been good. All right. Nice fish. Beautiful fish. I'll let him go. That's the last tip. Last tip brings us to tip number 3. Let me get in the sun here so you guys can see a little bit better. So last tip is the bait. We all know D-bombs work. We all know Reaction Innovations Sweet Beavers work, but I love to use the Kinky Beaver. So the Reaction Innovations Kinky Beaver, I'm throwing it in a Dirty Wizard color, kind of like a bluegill imitation. It's got like a pearlescent green pumpkin, paired up with a green pumpkin tungsten with the green pumpkin chartreuse skirt, imitating the bluegill that are swimming around. But I love this bait. The reason why is you got the beaver body, the profile of a crawdad, and then the legs right here have these little appendages, so they kick, and it's got these 2 little tentacles, and they also kick. So you have a lot of action on the punch. It pairs up, in my opinion, you know, one of the best creature baits ever made with a sweet beaver, and it gives it some kicking action, kind of like a Rage Menace or something like that. So that is my 3rd tip. Try using this bait next time you go out, because like I said, with those appendages, it just gives you, and the best, just jump behind, golly, it gives you that kicking action. As I put a new one on here, and I usually throw it on a 4-aught, but those legs right there give you that good kicking action on the fall and when you're lifting it up. So as it's falling, going back down, those things are kicking. A lot of times that strike happens on that initial fall. Those are kicking, and bow, they just slam it. So hopefully, you know, hopefully these tips help you guys catch more fish out there punching. Again, use the snail knot. Make sure you're tying it the right way. 2 bobber stops, and then try the new bait. Everything else though, you can see my whole setup. I have tungsten bullet weight to a punch skirt to a 4/0 Strike King punch hook. I think it's a Hackney punch hook. And then the Kinky Beaver, the last piece of the puzzle. That different bait that they don't really see, and I've caught a ton of big punch fish on that Kinky Beaver right there. I mean, a lot. So give that a try next time you guys are out. And I'll see you guys on the shoreline. We might get a couple fish more here in the video. All right, guys, there it is. 3 tips for punching that'll help you catch more fish. I'm sure of it. So put those things to use next time you guys are out there. If you want more punching videos, more in-depth on everything about sinker, hook, all that stuff, I kind of touch on it here a little bit. You know, the tungsten sinker, the size I use, size hook I use, the bait I use. So if you want even more in-depth, leave a comment, let us know. But those 3 tips, those are gonna help you succeed punching throughout the summer into this fall and years to come. So hopefully you guys liked the video, and we'll see you next time.